The following program was produced by CTV Community Television.
February 2nd to order. Clerk, please call the roll.
Supervisor Westrick?
Here.
Clerk Smith here. Treasurer Horn?
Here.
Trustee Babel?
Here.
Trustee Bebak?
Here.
Trustee Klein?
Here.
Trustee Ridgely?
Here.
Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, thanks.
All right, next item is the agenda. We'll take, entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
I just have a question. It's probably good reason for it, but the professional development that's under consent agenda versus the ones that are down in new business, why the separation?
If they're over a certain threshold, we take them to the board. Under a certain dollar threshold, we just inform you that we're doing training, but we don't
Okay,
have
I
to
get
really hit it here.
I get
Remember
it.
that one I wanted to add at the last meeting? I didn't because it was under $500, so I didn't.
Okay.
But I told them, just let people know that we're still training our people and that what they're taking, so I put those under consent.
Okay.
Thank you, Alan. That was going to be my question, too.
Any others? If not, I have a motion to approve the agenda.
So move. Support.
Moved and supported. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes, have the minutes. Sandy also prepared minutes for the special meeting, correct? Because they're
Those will
not.
be on the next agenda.
Oh, you're gonna do the next one?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
all
I
right.
did them today.
Yep.
When I got back.
All right. These are minutes from the last meeting. Entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
Any comments, questions? No. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Presentations, we have the sheriff here tonight, fourth quarter.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant Beakey with the Sheriff's Office. Under Sheriff Spatafor was unable to make it tonight. He apologizes for being absent. I was provided with a 2025 status report as far as activity at the Sheriff's Department conducted inside the East China Township. Responded to a total of 1,174 calls for service. Perusing through these numbers, the lion's share of them, are they're serving subpoenas for cases down here, suspicious vehicles, traffic stops, as well as neighbor troubles, neighborhood complaints, things of that nature, as well as some a significant amount of medical calls that the deputies are assisting on. If there's anything specifically that you had any questions about, I could try to address those.
As we were just discussing earlier, they installed, it looks like today, some higher definition cameras over at the park. We've got problems with some bozos that want to take our hard-earned money and waste it by vandalizing a park, and it's starting to really irritate me. So we've got some very good cameras we just installed in over there that can count the nose hairs. So we're going to hopefully be able to get some good information for that, and we've discussed it'll notify probably me, and we can set a lot of different parameters with the camera. It's going to work good. We can get the sheriff out there to within minutes, hopefully. So
Yeah, and one thing that I thought about after we talked is it depending on how your system is set up, and you could talk to one of the two deputies that are working down here. If it's able to send a text message or alert or something like that, they could give you their department issued cell phone number to where if it's during the hours that they're working down here, they may be able to receive that alert directly as well. So that's something that you could,
it's been
once you
happening
get the system up
at
and running.
night mostly, but we can, I know you guys have been working with us on it. I appreciate your efforts. But that's one good thing. Hopefully we got, going to go away soon, but we do appreciate your time.
Yeah, and we'll also let the general south end patrol units that are in the southern end of the county outside of the contracted service hours to know that that's an area that they should be doing
Drive
some
by a
property
little more,
checks
yeah.
and stuff like that in their travels.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, Risa's working with us on it, so we'll figure out what's going on with that, and I'll be getting with you guys on it, so.
Okay.
But any questions from the board?
Just thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
It's our pleasure.
All right, public comment. Please go to the podium, name, address, and 3 minutes for,
My name is Carol Schell, and my address is 3930 River Road, Unit 67, in Boulder Creek Condo. In November 31, the last day of deer hunting, my neighbors is here, invited me over at 3:30 to play cards. So we were there playing, and we heard a gunshot, and I would say like 4:15, it was in that, because I was back home a little after 5, and we had a friend call us while we were there playing, a neighbor, to ask us if we heard a gunshot, but we didn't answer the phone at that time, but she was to my condo the next morning. So when I woke up in the morning, I waited till 7:30, and I went in my dishwasher, I had a big hole in it. So I called Mike the builder, and I said, I think I had an electrical problem. And I said, all the lights in that work. He said, I'll be there within an hour. So at 8:30, he came, and as he arrived, my neighbor here was at the back of the house pointing that outside I had a shot through the back wall. And then Mike is at the front, and he's pointing down, so that bullet came in through the back, through the dishwasher, and out the paneling, the wood paneling by the front door. So my neighbor had just been there earlier on Sunday to bring me the church bulletin, and the other neighbor had just gone into her house from walking the dog that called us to say, did we hear that gunshot? So then my Mike, the builder, called the sheriff, Sugars, and he came, and a woman sheriff came also. So they went through the unit, checked it all out, and so far we have no answers. Who belongs to that property, who's hunting, and we do have a report where they did contact and talk to 2 of the hunters back in there. But I just want it just causes a lot of anxiety in myself and others. Thankfully, I just thank God nobody was hurt, but there could have been, so. We're hoping for some kind of who owns the property, who's hunting, and there is a tree stand right behind my house, and it butts right up to East China Cemetery, so they are hunting there. I don't know, any questions, or?
Hi, my name's Carol Shear, and my address is 3930 River Road, Unit 15, in Boulder Creek condominiums. I've lived in this area for 20 years, in this subdivision about 2. I'm from the lower west side of Michigan and then lived in Colorado, so obviously wherever I've lived, hunting is popular. And I just want to make sure it's very clear, I'm not complaining about the guns. It's not about trying to take guns away. It's about gun safety and responsibility, and the fear that gun owners aren't always responsible, and that's obvious in this case. And on the other side of the state, we lived on 40 acres, and I still lost 2 horses to gunshots. Years later, my best friend's father was killed by a hunter up north. Years after that, my nephew was shot and killed by a hunter. So this is extremely upsetting to me, that I live in an area so close to hunting and nobody stepped forward to say they did it. So it's not about taking guns away, it's about fear, it's about holding people responsibility for the safety. And with the walking paths, one goes right through there. And how many of us think about wearing orange during hunting season? I do. Oh, I do. So anyway, just thankfully no one was injured or killed, but I would love to have the township help us in some way, find a way to get this status changed. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I'm Dawn Denreiter, and I live in Boulder Creek Condo Association, and I'm also the president. Tonight I'm speaking because the high-powered rifle traveled completely through a resident in our community, which was Carol. This is not hypothetical, and it's not a complaint about hunting in general. It's about safety. And I had gave you guys all papers, and just the little one, I'm going to read the few steps you've got a more in-depth after that to explain it. But this involved a rifle, not a low-impact weapon. The bullet trajectory proves unsafe discharge near homes. A deer blind was reportedly found on township property, and I think that's in the police report also. Residents reasonably expect vacant land near their homes to be safe. Our residents have some core questions for the Township Board. Is hunting allowed on township-owned property near the residential areas? Was the deer blind authorized, permitted, or otherwise approved by the township? If hunting or a firearm discharge is restricted in this area, how did a high-power rifle come to discharge towards occupied homes? What immediate steps will be taken to prevent this incident? And how will the township communicate hunting restrictions and safety expectations to residents and our hunters going forward? In addition, Boulder Creek Condominium Association requests the following from the Township, Charter Township of East China. Confirmation in writing whether the deer blind is on township property, removal and inspection of any blinds on the township in land-restricted hunting areas, provide an official GIS map or survey showing boundary of prohibited hunting area described in Michigan Administration Code R3171741. And each member of our board has been given a written report titled Public Safety Incident and Hunting Restrictions Concerned for your reference. I would like the information I gave you to be recorded in the minutes, which includes a summary of the incident, the police report. I gave you photographs and a copy of the FOIA letter to the township. I also want to mention we had a meeting with Jamie, and Judy and I did for about 45 minutes here. We come here, and I thought we were going to get some answers from him. We wanted to know the boundaries, which would have been him, for the properties. I thought maybe we could contact some of these owners to see if we could just maybe have signs put up at that time. And he seemed to be really willing to work with us. He said, I'll get back with you next Friday. He's only in here on Friday. We didn't hear from him. Then it was after Christmas, that Friday, didn't hear from him. After New Year's, didn't hear from him. And so we had a meeting last week or so for our board meeting, and I decided to call him on the phone to ask why he didn't even call us back. And because he could have, he's the assessor, he could have gave us the information on property stuff, but he just said, basically he was told that it's not his job. He couldn't do anything. So I did ask him, I said, what would be the next step? And I said, should we go to a board meeting? And he said, yeah, just go to a board meeting, you'll get more answers that way. So now that's what we're here for. We want some answers, we want to be protected. For all, we walk dogs. I mean, that bullet come from her house, come right down the street. Any one of us could have been hit by that bullet. Or if it had been between the houses. So that's my case.
All right, thank you. We, again, I'm not for sure exactly what the ordinance reads, what it doesn't read, whatever else, and we'll go ahead and check into all of that and find out if, we have restricted zones or not. I don't think that we do necessarily, but I can't answer any of that until I look into what we have.
She just has one thing to say.
So,
I do have the restriction from the state of Michigan for East China with the boundaries, but I don't have a map of the boundaries.
My name is Judith Kraus. I'm a resident of Boulder Creek Condominium Association, and I'm also the treasurer. The purpose of this meeting is to ask, you to pay attention to us, to pay attention to our concerns and our fears. We understand that hunters have rights. We're not asking to take anybody's rights away. we're asking to be protected by the laws of Michigan. If there isn't a law in the state of Michigan to protect us, perhaps there should be one. On December 12th, Dawn and I met with Jamie Bear, and I want to clarify, that's the reason I'm speaking tonight, the reason I called Jamie. I called him because he's an assessor, and I had some conversation with him previously concerning some business with the condo. And he really didn't know what he could do to help me, but I said I need to know the property owners of the property adjacent to Boulder Creek. And so he did agree to meet with us. So the purpose of the meeting was to ask him to verify the ownership of the properties between Rose Hill Cemetery and the back corner of Boulder Creek condominium property. I provided Mr. Bear with a list of parcel numbers that I had identified myself by researching the St. Clair County Register of Deeds records. The reason for that meeting was for us to determine who the property owners are, because perhaps we could contact the property owners and just ask them not to allow hunting adjacent to our condominium. That would be a very simple solution. However, people don't always appreciate that. So we were collecting information and doing our due diligence in order to decide how to proceed after this horrific incident. Mr. Barr did not call us back after the meeting as he told us he would, and I understand that. I think he felt that it wasn't his place to call us, so I'm not blaming him for not following through, but he did give us the information that we should talk to you folks, and that's what we're here doing tonight.
So you never got any information from him? No response?
Not really. No, I gave him the parcel numbers, but he didn't call us back with it to verify it. So I do have that map from the Register of Deeds that I got today from St. Clair County, that they gave me the actual deeds. I have them on my desk at home for the property, so I do know who the owners are, if you want that information.
Is it the township or is it?
No,
Two
it's
parcels.
a developer that owns the property.
Two parcels are East China Township, the
Okay.
cemetery, and there's a narrow portion, which we believe the deer blind is on, is owned by East China. I have the deed.
Is that where the deer blind is or no?
I cannot identify the blind. That was one of our requests. Can the township go over there and see if there's a blind? For God's sake, take it down now. Why are we waiting to take a deer blind down off of township property when
Right.
someone could have been killed from
Right.
that deer blind? Because the police report said the trajectory was from that deer blind.
Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to be identified? Isn't the blind supposed to have a name on it?
There shouldn't be any blind on township
No,
property.
no.
That's unauthorized. No one here is aware of that.
I
Yeah.
believe it's unauthorized, but I don't believe that anybody's investigated to see if it's there.
And it's still there?
I can't get back there myself and look. I don't know that for sure, but I'm asking you to
Well, I
find out
believe-
for sure.
Weren't we working with the deputy through that whole process, the complaint process?
It's the first that I've heard of it, that we were notified. I know that there was an incident, and the sheriff that told us about it and stuff like that, but I have no idea.
Did you never get, you
that
never
there
got a
was
police report?
Pardon me?
We don't
never got
get
a police
copies of the
report?
police report.
Because I
unless we
believe I
request
gave
one.
Mr. Barra a copy of the police
Yeah,
report.
we gave him a copy of the police report.
And he
He
said he would
obviously
check out.
didn't,
So maybe you should ask
information
him.
stopped, obviously there.
I'm just telling you, I personally don't have any information that was given to me, but by all means, now that we do, I'll check into this, and we'll have an answer for you this week about all of those concerns that you have about the map. It does define a boundary here where there is no hunting, and that, dense, this, that, how those legal descriptions go, so I gotta get that kind of on a map and take a look at that, surveyor will take it, but we'll make sure we have a map, we'll show that, and, we'll identify the blind, I'll have DPW people take a look at that, see if it's actually on our property or not. By all means, if it is, it'll be removed. A couple comments, if they actually used a high-powered rifle, and they'll verify that, that's illegal. You can't use anything, a high-powered rifle cannot be anything below M46 here in Michigan. Shotgun or a black powder gun or I own a
right.
Bushmaster 450 is the most powerful gun I think you can use in this area. But any high-powered rifle of any type, even a, you know, a 22 rifle, you know, for stuff like that, Magnum can't be used.
Right.
So, for that carry of that bullet, you know, and for the pictures that you've shown me, that seems to be a pretty powerful gun that would enter a residence and leave a residence intact, you know. Any shotgun slug or anything like that shouldn't do that. So I totally believe you, and I think first and foremost that firearm is probably illegal to use. So that concerns me very well too.
Obviously.
Well, we're going to take a look at the map, the boundary. We're also going to have zoning take a look at, you know, do we need to change this? You know, Township has changed over the years. This probably was written quite a while ago. You know, our demographics have changed. Our density has changed. We're going to have to take a look at all that too. So I promise you, we'll take a look at this. We'll make sure we don't want this to ever happen again. We're lucky that nothing had happened. Someone who got hurt or worse. So we'll take this information, and I thank you for all the information you've given us here too. But
I have just
we'll
a
get
couple
back
more
with you.
things. I don't think I've had my full 3 minutes. If I have, would you allow me a couple more?
Yeah, go
At
ahead.
least another minute?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So we want to
Okay, I
make
do
sure
have
we
a
get
little bit
signed up.
of, something else I want to add because I thought of this after Donna and I discussed it. Our condominium was built in 2000. This Michigan administrative code was written in 1979. At that time, there were no condominiums. Hawks Nest was not there. All this dense residency was not there. That's why I believe this ordinance is outdated and needs to be updated to include us. I don't think we're going to be in that map. I have a feeling, we're not, and that's why I'm prepared.
But probably not. You're
I'm
right.
prepared to say if we're not, we should be. And you as a township, I would like for you to tell us, as a condominium association, how do we get in that restricted area?
Yeah.
That's what we want. We kindly thank you for taking this matter seriously. I honestly, with all my heart, I'm glad that you're listening to us and that you're making an effort to satisfactorily come to a conclusion that we're all going to be satisfied with.
Yeah. We'll get you some answers.
Okay, thank you for your,
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing the information to us.
Valid concerns.
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Did you say a 450 was legal to hunt? A 450 caliber gun?
Yes.
A 450 and a 350, the Legends, any straight wall cartridge is legal anywhere in the state of Michigan to deer hunt with. They made that law change. I don't remember the specific law, or I'm sorry, the specific year the law change was made, but any straight wall cartridge you can hunt with. So back when 450s first started getting popular, which I know I bought one. I'm a deer hunter, not into condo associations. I'm sorry. But
He goes into the city and the suburbs, yeah.
I went and I bought one shortly after they made that law change because it was nice for me to be able to use the same gun up north as back home and everything like that. So it's been a handful of years since they changed that. It is still illegal to use a 30-06, a 30-30, any basically from the basically what I mean by a straight wall cartridge for anyone that's not aware. If you actually look at the bullet, a lot of bullets will. So for example, on this 9mm round, it's straight wall because it goes straight up. If you look at some of your more high-powered rifles, they'll actually bottleneck up to the round up top. Anything that bottlenecks up like that is illegal below the safety line in the state of Michigan, which is about halfway up the mitten, if that makes sense.
Basically, the main thing they look for that is the range, how far that will carry. 30-06 bullet will carry a long way.
Yeah, I used to have that,
Yeah.
There you go.
So, but yeah,
We'll hang out too. If you guys have any questions directly for us after the meeting and everything, we're not gonna run out or anything. And then I was just actually on my phone trying to get some more information from Deputy Sugars, since he was one that initially took it. But I can answer any other questions you guys have for our office after the meeting. Okay?
we thank you for bringing it to our attention.
mind if I
It's
look?
obviously probably long overdue to take a look at this anyway, so,
1979.
yeah. Yeah, I think we've changed a little bit as a township, so. We'll get you answers this week though, but we'll get back to you on that. And,
Can you put on an agenda for your next meeting?
pardon me?
Will this be put on the meeting?
When it comes time to change this, it will have to come to the board level.
The attorney would have to prepare
Legal's gonna have to
language
get involved first. Our attorney
to
will get
amend the
involved first.
ordinance.
And
So
that,
will you contact one of us to let us know?
I'll get you all the answers this week once we know exactly what we've got and what steps we have to take. Sometimes we've got to make notices and things like that, saying, but we'll definitely let you know how we're proceeding with the process.
I just don't want you to just let it go and, oh, we've already passed everything, you're good.
I don't want to let it go because I don't want you coming after me then, so. Definitely, no. We'll definitely,
You want to be effective.
I think it's important that we get this taken care of, so.
Real quick, Vern.
Yep.
Off the top of my head, I don't have the ordinances in front of me, but I think for sure the park, and I think on all township property, it's illegal to.
I believe it is,
have
too.
a gun, period, like, so.
Yeah.
Unless you
Possess
have a
firearm
CPL or
Or
whatever.
weapon of any type, for any reason, on property, yeah. So, we'll definitely look into it and get some answers. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on, consent agenda. C1's the Yo-Yo audit engagement letter that we signed to get our audit going. C2, professional development training requests, office staff. 3 is water plant, and 4 is the sewer plant, the 2 of them.
Vern, I have a comment on the professional development form. I think we need to change at the bottom, the 2025 rates to 2026 rates.
You think? I like using the old one, it's cheaper for
Okay,
us.
all righty.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Always thinking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they should, because it's 72.5 cents, so. All right.
All right,
Any
thank you.
comments or questions? None, I entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Well, thank you, Kaisel.
I support.
Support, all right. Any other comments or questions? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Disbursements, this one.
Payroll, $52,183.80. Accounts payable, $319,681.14. EFT, $75,261.26. E-checks, $302.30. Tax account, $112,698.24. Invoices, $55,241.68, for a total of $615,368.42. And I make a motion to approve as presented.
Thank you.
Support.
Support. Comments, questions?
I have a few questions. They're I think easy ones, so I just looked this up today, but the yearly EPA samples on page 3 of the invoice report, that's normal?
What are you looking at?
On page 3, it's at the very bottom. It's going to it says, under the description, yearly EPA samples, water plant.
Oh,
That's like a normal thing, I'm
yeah.
assuming?
It's
Okay.
scheduled, it has to be done.
Okay.
Yep. We do tons of sampling.
Okay. And then the legal fees, is that for the union negotiations and all that stuff?
Most of that's legal, yeah.
Okay.
We've been dealing with a lot of
Okay.
that.
And then,
And they did the waste hauler bid for us too. Prepare all
oh,
that.
okay, yeah. Okay. And then the only other thing was it's on the very last page, Wade Trim, what's all that for? Reliability study and stuff? Is that for the park? Or what is it?
No, that's for the wastewater treatment plant. Something that's required by Eagle to be done.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, no, in December, I put a hold on all projects with the engineer, except for the one that, the wastewater treatment plant had a reliability thing that had to be done.
Okay.
Everything
And
else,
that's something, out of curiosity, like, the sewer and water authority, why aren't they?
it is the sewer and water.
Oh, okay,
technically.
okay.
Yep.
So we're just covering
Yep.
for that, okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I got.
Okay, any other comments or questions? If not, clerk, please call roll.
Roll call. Clerk Smith, yes. Treasurer Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Bebak?
Yes.
Trustee Klein?
Yeah.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Supervisor Westrick?
Yes. Thank you. New business, RISA Technology. Overwhelming requests from the staff and also from me, but we wanted to get with Risa about doing our service for all of our data and everything else. And they came into our staff meeting last week and gave us this presentation, went over everything. They're a lot like the road commission. They work on a cost basis, so whatever it costs is how they determine the rates and stuff. We can buy all of our hardware through them. They participate with the MyBid stuff and stuff like that now, so we can have them service. They're already doing a lot of the stuff that we have. The phone system they can do. We verified all of that last week on Wednesday with them, so we don't have to buy a block of time like we were before. And just basically, this is a lot better route to go. And we like working with the people that we've been working with at Risa too for the service, so.
So we would not use Centeris anymore?
Not use anybody else, no.
Okay. Have you talked to anybody else that's been using this service, their service?
Pardon me?
Like, anybody else that we know, or any of our neighbors using the Risa IT services?
Yeah, a lot of them are.
School district.
Yep.
Like it's working well and
School district.
they're getting
Yeah.
the service and the,
Yeah, they've been doing a lot for us since they did put the fiber and all that in. So they've been doing a lot of that. They installed all the new server and all that
right,
stuff,
but I
too.
mean, when you have a problem, like, are they gonna be responsive and be able to be here and take care of our,
I got his personal number, so he's real responsive.
okay.
But that's not what they say. There's no guarantee or warranty on anything.
Yeah. Guarantee or warranty on what?
What they're saying here, if I'm reading this right, on item number 5,
Page 2.
no guarantee or warranty on anything they work on.
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty open-ended, that they're not responsible for anything they do. We just foot the bill. I mean, I don't like that.
Right, that's very similar to what High-Tech does too.
Pardon me?
That's very similar to what the other company that we've been using does
Okay,
too.
so there's no difference.
Yeah, I mean, there's something they may come up against that they can't solve or fix, we have to find someone.
Yeah, they
It
say
depends
that.
on what it
They'll
is.
find somebody for us.
Yep.
That absolves them of any responsibility.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right.
Is this a cost savings, like with the phone? I know the phones are
Yes.
really expensive, but I mean,
Yeah.
that's gonna be.
Yes, it is.
Did the legal counsel go through this?
Not yet.
Yeah,
the
let's
reason-
have them do that.
Well,
Well, he's gonna look at it from the legal standpoint is all, as far as the content though.
Okay.
And
because I
can they-
noticed in a couple of the, like, I don't remember what page it's on, but because I wrote a little note here, it says, why is there no expiration date of the contract? 'Cause it says it expires from, it'll be listed when it's expired, and then it says expiration date, and it doesn't have a date.
Yeah, I think we've got a few holes to fill in here.
I don't disagree with going with them. I mean,
Yep.
we're dealing with them in the school district and stuff, they were good. It's
Right.
like, but, the other thing, I had a couple of other questions, but under, right after the one that you brought up, the no guarantee or warranty under insurance, our current insurance, I'm assuming covers this, cause it says that we're required to carry not less than $1 million per occurrence for, general liability insurance, like 1 to 3 million. I'm
Disability
assuming
insurance,
that's with our, well, yeah.
We already
So we
do that, right?
currently
Yes.
Yeah,
are
okay.
compliant with that. That says, I don't know what this word means. This is why I highlighted this, but it says transmitted by, oh, sorry, this is on page 4, under section C.
4?
Yeah.
Or C.
Under miscellaneous,
Or
section
C.
C, it says transmitted by, what's that word? I don't know.
Facsimile.
Facsimile?
Facsimile.
What's that?
Fax.
Fax.
Yeah, that's the actual whole word. And, everybody just thinks it's fax.
We don't use that anymore.
Okay, that's good to know. But then,
Yeah.
under, what was that page? Yeah, under term, this is on page 3, but under 9 term, that's where it has the contract date, term, and then fiscal calendar year, and then March 1st fiscal year. It doesn't have any of the.
Well, it
think
gets
they
filled
would-
in once we approve
Right.
it.
Right,
Yeah.
but, yeah.
No, as long as we're good with going, this all gets filled in then. And, it'll be whenever we sign it, whenever I sign it.
Okay.
Right, because it says a 1-year
period commencing on start date, ending date. All
Yep.
future contract periods will begin on. for
Yeah, like
each
if we approve it
successive
tonight,
year.
those items will be filled in probably for tomorrow, because I'll sign it tomorrow.
Right. But usually it's on there, because like at the beginning, it says made as of February 1st. And then, like on all other contracts we usually do, it's usually filled in.
Yeah, I wanted to get it to you guys first, if you're okay with it. It'll be
Right.
filled in as of date, I sign it.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're not doing anything different from anybody else, I guess
No, the rate's a lot better.
I rely on
Do
you,
we
buddy.
have a rate sheet for them, or?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Excuse me, thank you.
It's
Right in
85.
here?
Mhm.
So it's under 7.
Yep. Yeah, it's 85 and then 130 for like overtime or outside of normal business hours.
And do you know what we're paying now?
We buy a block
More
of
than
time,
that, I think.
and then after
wanna
that,
say
it's X
110.
amount, it's like, no. The
Yeah.
new company one, it's like 165, I
More.
believe.
We buy it ahead of time, don't we?
Yeah,
Right.
and of course,
In chunks.
those mysteriously get used, oh, yeah, it was called on, and we,
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm with you.
As long as everybody's okay with it, it'll all get dated as of whatever date this week we prepare the contract. And I'll include a copy of it once it's executed for everybody, but. No, that's a good move, and the staff is excited about it too, because it'll just make everything easier. The biggest thing is getting the hardware through the MyBid and all that stuff, and they do all of that now, so now that completes everything. There's nothing that we can't get them to do. Everything that we'll need, they can do.
We did purchase through my deal anyway.
Yeah, we do, but they can also help us with that now.
Centerra's had the same.
We still have to
capability.
make the buy, but they can help us get it ready. But they do the cameras, they're doing the cameras over there at the park, and all that stuff for us, so it's nice to have them working on it for us. So, any other questions?
No, it's okay with me.
If everybody's okay with it, then I make a motion, we accept the RISA Technology Services bid, and I will
Agreement?
execute it sometime this week.
I support.
Any other comments or questions? You need a roll call or not?
Yes, because there's money involved. Roll call vote. Clerk Smith, yes. Treasurer Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Bebuk?
Yes.
Trustee Klein?
Yeah.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Supervisor Westrick?
Yes. Thank you, everyone, and I'll get you a copy under like consent or something in the next meeting once it's executed,
Good.
the final one.
Okay.
And if there's any problems with legal, it'll have a change too, but should be fine. 2 is zoning board of appeals member reappointment for 3-year terms. Mr. Peters, signing up again, bless his heart.
Can we spell reappointment correctly, please?
No, I like it like that.
Okay.
And I believe the term should be ending in
Exactly.
2029, not 2028.
6 to 9, yeah, you would think so.
So I'll make a motion to reappoint Art Peters to the ZBA for a 3-year term ending February 5th of 2029.
Yeah, that would-
And the reappointment is going to be spelled right.
It will be
I don't know how to
correct in
spell
the
it right,
minutes.
but. All right. Any other comments, questions?
Need support?
Yeah,
Babel, okay.
moved and supported. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thanks. Business 3, professional development training request at the water plant. Again, the threshold kind of is like $500, so anything over that comes, that's why we put it on here like this. So we encourage, obviously, this. Well, we'd like to have all our people trained well. I make a motion, we approve Mr. Lenarski for training, water plant, MRWA, that's a 2-day. And total cost is $712. As long as he's calculated it right, it looks like it's right. So I move we approve Mr. Lenarski.
I support.
Is there support?
Babel supported it.
All in
Yes.
favor, say aye.
No, we need a roll call.
Roll call.
Money.
Money.
Well, it's not, wow.
Is there any further discussion?
Man, I guess, all right,
Okay, roll
fine.
call vote. Clerk Smith, yes. Treasurer Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Bebuk?
Yes.
Trustee Klein?
Yeah.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. New business 4, developing request for our DPW supervisor. Same thing, different type of training. It's 1,034.19 total. I move that we approve Mr. Pastuski for the training, 1,034.19.
Support.
Any comments, questions? Please call the roll.
Clerk Smith, yes. Treasurer Horn?
Yes.
Trustee Babel?
Yes.
Trustee Viva?
Yes.
Trustee Klein?
Yes.
Trustee Richley?
Yes.
Supervisor Westrick?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Announcements, anybody? Pat?
No.
Deb? No. Tina?
Money.
I have one comment and a few questions, but I want to commend Corinne for coming in. Our last park commission meeting, there was a snafu with the key, and she came in on her time off, and I think she should be very commended for that. I really appreciated it. We wouldn't have been able to have the meeting without her, so.
Yeah, and you said that before too, and I did express my.
Yeah.
Yep, she's been, on that note, you guys have been working out great. It really has.
Yeah.
Been working out really well.
Yeah.
I'm very, very happy with that situation.
But I wanted to see if there's a way that we can, I know I talked to you about this
We talked
privately,
about
but,
it, yeah.
I would like to see her get compensated for coming in like that,
Yeah.
was.
She said if it happens again.
We all pay.
Yeah, but.
But yeah, we do need to figure that situation out too.
Yeah.
And now that you're helping us working on the agendas as well, we're gonna figure this out.
I do have one comment about that.
Yeah.
We did try to work that situation out before it happened, so it shouldn't have happened,
Right.
because I know the office staff was working on that, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it should not be happening.
Right.
Fell through the cracks.
It was addressed by
Yep.
staff
Okay, and now
beforehand.
a couple questions. Have there been communications with the Coast Guard for ice cutting? Because I know that's.
Haven't heard anything yet. I just watched them go by and. Cringe.
That'd be on a
Cringe.
county level, wouldn't it?
Well,
I don't know
yeah,
that we've
but
ever,
Yeah.
I know in 2020, I think when I first got on the board, that was a big, huge issue.
Yeah, no, we'll start getting communications once they have, they're breaking and hopefully we don't have the flooding and all that stuff again. But
It
the
goes
water
through
level's down
emergency
quite a bit and
management.
I hope it's not a big issue.
Okay.
But that usually happens in another month or two.
Yeah.
But
The thing about the training, for the consent agenda training, I wanted to bring up, there's actually a free training, and it's open to board members, it's open to staff, anybody, but the MSU extension, I'm gonna have to get the link, but I don't know if you know about it, but Dwayne, before he left, told me about it. And I've taken it before, and it talks about CIP management, and it's really helpful, but
Is
it's
it?
free. And so.
yeah, there's a lot of them there. I do a lot of that for the agricultural side of it too. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously MSU's big, but
Yeah, but I think that our staff should probably,
send that link to me.
yeah, I
Will
will,
you?
I will. And then.
Send it to everybody, actually.
Yep. And then grant writing, this got brought up during the last park commission meeting, but like, who's responsible for that?
Well, we discussed
Are
that
we-
too, but,
Well, I know
planners.
Yeah.
like, you submitted it, but like.
well,
are we
it
gonna-
has to, they have to have what they want as far as
Right,
what they're gonna build, and we need
And a
a
budget.
concept plan, and we need an estimate, budget,
And-
something like
and
that.
we're
And
gonna
I've been
plan.
working with the park manager on that, and
Okay.
our DPW supervisor who oversees her now, to come up with those items. So we've got two things we're working on this year that I've made a priority. One's kid escape, playground equipment, all that, and the second one is pickleball tournaments. Pickleball tournament,
Courts.
courts,
Yeah.
you know what I'm trying to say. So she's working on both of those, and then what we'll do is we'll come up with a plan,
Okay.
where they want it, get a budget together, and then, we could go to, both of our engineers, or I can also use the county people we've used up there too. They'll identify sources that are the best match for that and go to them.
are we still gonna do
And
that?
at that point in time, I will be writing those grants along with, in conjunction with our
Planner,
engineers.
right.
Okay, so we're not gonna do the thing where we're gonna hire somebody like once or twice a
We
week?
possibly might have to. It just
Okay.
depends on which grant it is.
Okay.
Community Foundation, I can write those,
Right.
But if it's something that takes, like the FEMA grant, yeah, I'm not.
Right.
I don't know where to start with that one. I
Right.
just don't.
Okay,
But we're writing for congressional spending again. And I got a letter today from Mr. DeBoyer's office. We're going to try and submit for Bryson Lane again.
okay,
For the
awesome,
road work. So those I'll be right with.
okay.
And then it'll be with the help of the engineer.
Okay. And is there a timeline, this is a separate subject, but the timeline for when we're gonna approve contracts for the union?
They're still working on it. The gentleman that was their rep is still out.
Okay.
They have some replacement people that have worked with it, and I saw when I'm on my way here, one of the union, our union rep for our group called me this afternoon, so maybe maybe they're close.
Okay. And then the last thing, just a comment, but like, I'm not gonna mention the name, but the staff member that people were like talking to and didn't get back, which he probably was told by somebody not to, but I think in the future, I think we should try to, like, people say that, like, sending people to board meetings, I think to stop it, I mean, not stop it, but I mean, just to give information, I don't think that's a big deal.
There should have been no reason that that person that has all those records did not give that information immediately.
Correct.
It's something he has at his fingertips. It's not something this needs to be addressed.
Right.
It was addressed.
This is wrong.
Yeah.
Pass the buck.
And we apologize.
Yeah.
You know,
But that's all I got.
That's what happened.
That's unacceptable.
yeah. Anybody else? If not,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
is there support?
Support?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Thank you for coming in
Thank you,
tonight.
thank you, everyone.
The preceding program was produced by CTV Community Television. CTV Community Television is supported by the cities of Marine City and St. Clair, East China Township, Cotterville Township, and the East China School District.